This little guy has been giving us a lot of issues for some reason. Guys, it's been an absolutely hectic trip. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know what to start telling you, how it went and what we did and what we're busy with.
We're gonna go real soon. I'm so excited. I have my two favorite people right here, Tanner, Crystal. Today, we are going to install a fuel pump. Hallelujah.
This little guy has been giving us a lot of issues for some reason. Guys, the two boys are in Stuart and I haven't filmed anything for you because we lost one camera and now Aubrey's like, I'm not giving you another camera. I'm filming with my phone right now. Guys, it's been an absolutely hectic trip. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know what to start telling you, how it went and what we did and what we're busy with. But let's start at the beginning. We started sailing out of Vero Beach, and as I started the engine and I gave it some revs, there was no revs. Then all of a sudden, slowly but surely, it started revving up. Then all of a sudden it overheats, but quickly overheats. Vroom, and it's just white smoke, and it was pouring a lot of white smoke out at the back. I've changed the oil filters, fuel filters, new belt, alternator, cleaned the Raycor filter, cleaned the raw water filter, checked everything on the engine, still was pushing a lot of white smoke out. So I replaced the new impeller. We blew into the pipe to see maybe there was a jellyfish or something that is sucked up from the outside.
Clean the hoses.
Clean all the hoses, check the thermostat. Still, it was overheating. As we came through the last bridge, the wind turned straight from where we wanted to go, obviously. We have no engine, and we're in the ICW. Just before you come into Stuart, there's a lot of sandbanks, port side and starboard side. The wind was pushing us onto the sandbank. There's nothing you can do. There's literally nothing you can do. We got some really nice couple that was going to tow us. They towed us all the way in here to Stuart. This morning, we took off the heat exchanger, and I'm having the heat exchanger inspected. So finished fixing the whole exhaust system. He opened everything, the brackets, the muffler, cleaned it.
The exhaust elbow is a very common place that can create a lot of buildup, and then it doesn't want to breathe correctly, and it can create delay in revs and also cause overheating. There's also a feed line that goes from the heat exchanger that will feed up into the exhaust elbow, and if those ports are blocked, then it can also cause some heating issues.
So we still don't know what it is. It's either now a head gasket or we hope it's the heat exchanger. A brand new heat exchanger, that guy says, is $1,000 for this boat. On the bright side though, we have ice machine going, we have a fan going, we have two wind scoops, and we also fashioned this shade netting. It's just not been exactly what I wanted it to be. It's one of those days, you know, we were sailing, fixing, sailing, fixing, sailing, fixing. The engine compartment was just completely taken apart, and I just didn't film because it was at that point just too dangerous to film because there's tools everywhere. I need to keep the boat into the ICW, and I have to film with my phone at this point. That's an update for you on the boys trip. The boys trip didn't start off the way we thought was going to start off, but it's okay.
The time has come, my friends. We are putting on the rub rail, which means that we're gonna go real soon. I'm so excited. I have my two favorite people right here, Tanner, Crystal. Tanner's taking off his Delos t-shirt because we're representing for the pink boat today. Love you, Delos, but
That's my work shirt.
so we're gonna put this rub rail on. Here she is in all of her glory. She's gonna get some good use with my docking skills. I think we should put it on deck. What do you think? I think it should like kind of be rolled up on deck and we feed it down. Okay, so you guys are gonna sit on the tripod and watch us. And you can tell us what we're doing wrong. You guys have to promise not to give me any crap about this, but I took 5200 and put it on the windows, but only the outside. We put some C-clamps on here, so the outside of the frame is gonna be permanent. If anybody ever wants to buy my boat. Okay, here we are.
That's why this was a 3-person project, regardless.
That's right, we got a nice bead on here. We're using 5200. Tanner just has really assured me that it's gonna just peel off so clean, which I've never experienced with 5200, but I haven't gotten it in my hair yet, so bonus. I love to be wrong, it's like my main thing. I'm good at it. I don't know, it's all beaded out nicely, so maybe we don't need it.
Yeah, that's, I think, using it, because we're using it more like a gasket
Oh, actually,
and a fixer.
We need one right here. I got some 7200, 71 Easy Ticks that was given to me. I've just been using it little by little and it works really well. So it's a 2-part epoxy. And since the number's higher than 5200, I feel like it's more better.
I think that's logic.
Yeah, I mean, so we're gonna spackle this in the spots. It's gonna hold it in place, we hope, and pray and dream and hope and wish and prayer. Tomorrow we're gonna come in and put the female side on with the glass in between and some more goo, and we're ready to go. Okay, well, taking our clamps off, and I think the outer frame is stuck like Chuck. The beautiful Crystal fixing our clamps. And don't tell anyone, but we're gonna return these to Home Depot. Me down here. Am I helping? Yes.
That's pretty tight. That's thread tight.
So it's the last window. How are we feeling? Battered and bruised. Oh, we got it in though, mostly. Some are fighting with us. Feeling pretty good. You guys have been total save for me.
It looks really good.
Does it?
It does.
Don't show anyone that we're putting these shims in right now that we made ourselves on the balsa.
It's extra custom.
It's extra custom. Yes. Extra custom.
Whoever buys this boat's gonna pay for that.
I think this boat's
windows.
it's gonna wind up in a tree as a tree house. Oh boy. Today, we are going to install a fuel pump. That fuel pump is gonna take fuel from the inboard fuel tank to the outboard day tank, and I'll show you where that is. So here's my outboard day tank, and we're gonna install the hose to come out of here and then pump into there. So we've got our fuel pump, which is like this little pump right here. We've got some extra fuel hose from my old dinghy. Now we have a kayak, and this protected marine wire, which I got for a really good price down at Liquidators. We're gonna take these pieces and go install them on the boat so we can use our inboard tank for fuel storage. So it used to have a diesel engine. We had a Ferryman. Now we have a 9.9 Johnson. The Johnson is super reliable. And we just now need to get her some juice from down below. So let's do it. I'm gonna run the fuel pipe just down around the edge of this and then to that hole that I showed you just a few minutes ago so I can pump into my day tank from here. That's gonna allow me a lot more range with my fuel tank, and I'm not gonna have a whole bunch of jerry cans on my deck. So let's do this. So we're gonna put this guy right here. In is gonna be here, so we're gonna come from the fuel tank here, and then out we're gonna go towards you guys, and then out of this little hole that I showed you earlier. If I never have to be in this lazarette again, I'll be the happiest chick alive. I just need octopus arms now. Oh my gosh, I just dropped this crow. Oh, okay, that's gonna live in the bilge forever. Come on, you. Stop fighting me. No! Screw number 2. This is the last screw before I have to go back to the toolbox. Oh, come on. Sucker. There we go. Looking good. Thank you very much. And we're in. Okay. Successfully installed. Okay, there's my little wiring rat. You pulled my wire, good job. Okay, nice, got it all the way through your room. So now we're gonna run it to the batteries there. Pull it a little bit more. Pull a little bit more out, so we have enough. A little bit more, a little bit more. Okay, good, all right, good job, buddy, good helping. So I have 2 switches, this switch and this switch. Or one of them is gonna go to my fuel pump so I can switch on and off the fuel. Both of them look like they have to be installed by making a hole in the wood for the jigsaw, which I really don't feel like doing. So I'm gonna see if I can mount it like sideways so it'll face up. I think maybe this is the one that I'll go with. I don't know why. It's bigger and it looks like it's gonna be easier to bolt on the wall. So off and on. Hopefully that works. I can just remember how to wire these. I'm not really good with these switches. Oh shoot, I hate it when I do that. Come on, guy. All right, we'll go with these guys. No, another thing in the bilge. I am the bilge monster. Or at least I feed the bilge monster. Oh, these guys. I wish I had a nicer pair of these squashers. This is so hard to do without good squashers. Ugh, this is the worst job with a nice stripping tool. The crimper that I really want. The nice crimper. Be beyond this crimper's pay grade. You guys want to know my favorite thing about wiring? You know if you did it right, pretty much immediately. Hallelujah! So it's not the prettiest work I've ever done, but I'm gonna take some strap or 52 or something and maybe install it like right like that. See, I'm not gonna drill another hole in my boat because I have enough of those. So I'm just gonna put the hose on and see if it pulls fuel from the tank. So that's my next step. Hose directly into the deck fill. To my day tank. Wow. Hallelujah.
Hey guys, bad news. The engine cylinder head is cracked. We spent so much time figuring out what it was, and we were really trying to keep our spirits up. But yesterday we went to Blockman here in Stuart, and they took one look at it and we saw the crack. So that's very bad news for the Westerbeek. It used a Kubota block. Any one of you that knows of anybody that has a Kubota block lying around or wants to sell it, please let me know, because this engine is really nicely overhauled and done. Every single part on that thing is cleaned, and it's a new alternator. Everything is just spick and span except for the cylinder head. Plan B, we're going to be sailing without an engine. I have done that before. It is definitely not something that you want to do if you've not done it before or given it some thought. Equipping yourself for that, first of all, having a good anchor. Second of all, making sure that you can come in and out of port, looking at the entrances before you go out. The other thing that you can also do is you can use the dinghy as a yawl boat, which means that you put the dinghy on the side of the boat and you drag the main sailboat with the dinghy on the side. We're going to be sailing to the Bahamas here without an engine, and we're going to do it old sailing style. It is a little bit more daunting than with a nice reliable diesel, but it doesn't mean that you cannot do it, and we're going to be doing that. And I will make a series maybe about what you need to do to sail without an engine. You know, sometimes maybe your engine goes out, how to sail off an anchorage, how to sail and set your anchor with just the sails, why it's important to have a second anchor on the boat. But we'll speak about that as we go along. You guys are going to see us here sailing the boat without an engine. It's going to be a fun, interesting and exhilarating trip. Thanks for coming along, and if anybody knows anybody at Westerbeek, please let them know that we need a new cylinder head.